family, you're welcome to the channel. On today's video, I'm going to be talking about something I've really wanted to talk about on YouTube that has been ongoing, though I've started it already on Instagram, but I've been wanting to bring it up here to the positive family, but I haven't. I've been like procrastinating. But today, guys, we're going to be talking about it. This particular topic means so much to me, it's so important to me, and I think you guys should hear it, join me, participate also, so that you can also enjoy the benefits, guys. So today I'm going to be talking about the importance of affirmation. Affirmation means saying the same thing, making declaration, confession to someone, to yourself, to group of people. So guys, which have already started on Instagram, and guys, I post video on Instagram weekly, sometimes twice, 3 times, depending on the on the program, depending on my activities, guys, of the day or the week, as many as I can post, where people say along with me those sweet confessions. Confessions are very important, affirmation are important, declarations about things, good things about yourself is something that is vital, about your children, your spouse, your family, your parents. It is something that is so important, and these were one of the things I personally, I'll say, I miss as a child. When you just wake up in the morning, whether you feel happy or not, you're making declaration about yourself. Whether you feel sad or you feel happy, or you woke up on the wrong side of the bed or on the right side of the bed, you wake up every morning, you're making declaration about yourself. You're walking on the street, you're in the car, you're in the office, you just make this declaration about yourself. And there's something this affirmation and declaration does to one. There's something it does to a human being. Just imagine you wake up in the morning now, and you just start telling yourself, oh, I'm beautiful, I'm important, I have God's life in me, I can be anything I want to be. You're just making this declaration, oh, I am rich, I am rich, or it's just I'm just trying to get information. Make declarations now that I make every day. I'm a blessing to my world, to my home, to my children, to my generation. When you make this declaration, there's something that happens to your mind, there's something that happens to your spirit. You become conscious of this declaration, which is very important. Just like every day I tell my children, do you know you're a champion? I begin to reason, if I was grown like that, maybe when I was growing up as a child, my mom and my dad just see me in the morning and say, oh, Favor, do you know you are a champion? For years, for more than many years of my life, just imagine where I would have been by now. But I had to find out these things for myself, the importance of making this affirmation, not just because you feel happy. There are days you don't feel happy. There are days you don't even feel yourself. When you wake up in such days, just tell yourself, I am an happy person. I'm producing result in everything that I do. I am fine. I am beautiful. There are still people in this world right now that think they are not beautiful. They think they are not important. They just feel they are not as beautiful as so and so. But just imagine that kind of person every day he or she wakes up telling he or herself that, oh, I'm beautiful. I am fine. The beauty of God is in me. Even when the person still feels he or she still looks ugly, but the more you say it, the more it does something to your mind. And there are some things you don't want to do. There are some things you don't feel like doing. By the time you make affirmation about it every day, you start feeling in tune with that thing. Just for example, now maybe probably there's an event, or maybe there's something, there's a project you want to do. Every day you're telling yourself, oh, I'm going to buy this house, I'm going to do this thing, I'm going to start up this career, even when you have not even started. The more you tell yourself, the more you find out that you start walking in line with what you're saying. Affirmation is very important. It's a key in our life. And one beautiful thing I like about affirmation is that it does something to you. It does something to you. You just wake up in the morning and tell yourself, I'm influential. I'm an influential woman. I'm an influential man. You might not have the influence right now, but the more you say, the more your mind, your spirit, your senses begin to function in those areas. The more you wake up one morning and say, oh, how can I really influence my world? How can I influence my children? How can I influence my friends? How can I influence my, you start, those thinking, those thoughts start coming to you, because this is the things you have been saying for a very long time. Affirmation is very important. And in case you are not following me on Instagram to make this affirmation, you can follow me on People Show TV. Though I've not started posting this affirmation on that platform, but Favor Napoleon, I've started posting this affirmation where you can say along with me, make this affirmation. You know, affirmation is a key, and what you say, tell yourself, is what you become. What you tell yourself is what you see. What you tell yourself shapes your attitude. What you tell yourself, you see yourself in that line. You know, you see yourself in that line. You're telling yourself every day, telling yourself beautiful things, how blessed you are, how beautiful you are, how important you are, even to the people around you, and to the people that have not even seen you, how you are gaining influence in the world, how you are doing the best, doing excellent things, you know, telling yourself, you know, something is even happening to me right now as I am saying it. You know, you meet the right people, you don't meet the wrong people, you never be in the wrong crowd. You know, as I'm saying, making this declaration right now, something is already happening to me. Something is already happening to my spirit. Something is already happening to my mind. Something is already happening to my person. You know, what we say, it is very, very vital. We don't just say anything we want to say, but we say the right things, because the words we say have a long way in shaping our mind, in shaping our mindset, shaping our heart, our body, you know, our spirit. You know, you just tell yourself those things. And you know, before I started this video, I talked about how important, you know, even talking to how important it was if our parents were speaking these words to us while we're growing up as a child. You know, just imagine how far we would have been. But you are knowing that now early enough. You might be in your 40s, in your 50s, even in your 60s. It's not too late to make affirmation. It's not too late to shape your words with your confessions, with your declarations. You can say it to your children every day. Make it is it conscious effort. You know, someone like me, I'm so intentional about affirmation. I'm so intentional about what I say to myself. I'm so intentional about what I say to my children, to my friends, to my parents, to everyone around me. If there's anyone that is close to me, they will know that I don't joke with words. I don't play with words. I'm just intentional about it. It's just the way I am. It's the way I have grown into. It's the kind of woman I choose to be careful about what I say. Even when I'm hungry, I'm still careful with my words. Even when I'm not in that right space, you know, when there's a situation, I'm still careful about what I say. I'm so careful to the extent that even when someone wants to upset me or I'm in that kind of setting, I'm still careful about my words. I'm still careful and conscious about what I say, because I know that what I say goes a long way in affecting me, in affecting people around me, in affecting anything that has to do with me. So guys, what are we saying in essence? Make affirmation about yourself every day, every time. Make it a project, make it a mandate. You don't be conscious of it. If you don't know what to say, go online, go to my Instagram page. A lot of affirmation there. Make it, say them to yourself, how blessed you are to be in this world, how of a blessing you are to your generation, and keep saying it. And as you say these things, before you know, you begin to function alike. You begin to do things according to what you say, because whether you make affirmation or you don't make affirmation, your life is still programmed by your tongues, because your tongue is the most powerful weapon, you know, in your entire being. Your tongue controls your life. It controls everything. If you're going to go to hell or to heaven, it depends on your tongue. It depends on if you have made a salvation declaration. It depends on what you say. It depends. Your tongue eventually controls everything about you. How far you're going to go in life, how far you are moving. Your tongue controls your mind. With your tongue brings out what is in your mind. And even if your mind is saying the wrong thing and your tongue says the right thing, it goes ahead to reform. Guys, I'm talking like a scientist now. It goes ahead to rearrange what is in your heart and in your head. So that's the importance of affirmation. So make affirmations today to your kids, to your brother, your sister, your friends. Go ahead and call them and say beautiful things to them, and most especially beautiful things to yourself, because the Bible says out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. If you don't put in this thing into your system, you aren't going to say it, because you have not stored this information in your system enough. So that's why you have to make affirmation to yourself, even when you don't believe it. Even when you don't believe you are beautiful, tell yourself you are beautiful. Before you know, you begin to feel beautiful, heart beautiful, look beautiful to yourself first, even before the whole world finally sees it. So guys, that is all about affirmation today, and I hope you got it. I hope you understood what I was talking about, making declaration. And please remember to follow me on Instagram. I'm Favor Napoleon, People Show TV, any of my Instagram page. Those are my 2 Instagram page. You can follow me on those pages. So let's make this affirmation together. And I hope you enjoyed today's video. And one question people always say that I forgot to talk about that. Oh, when we make affirmation, we are going to do this, and at the end of the day, we just fold our hands. What will happen? Nothing will change. That's not true. The more you say it, the more you see it, the more you be it, the more you work towards it. But let's start saying it first. Let's start from there. Just in the Bible, what happened to Joseph? He kept talking about his dream, even when he has not started hurting it. He kept saying it to everybody, tell it to his brothers, how he dreamt of this, how he dreamt of that, how he dreamt of his family, his brothers buying to him. Everybody thought it was a joke. But before you knew it, it was made possible. Before you knew it, it became his dream. So let's talk about it. Let's make declaration about ourselves, positive things about ourselves, not negative things. So guys, I hands up. I've come to the end of the video. Thank you so much guys for watching. And family, if you haven't subscribed and you're here for the first time, please don't forget to click, touch, press that subscribe button and be a part of the Positive Vibe family. Thank you and bye.